final race on the programme, which is a Class 3 over the 1200 metres, and some up-and-coming sprinters and some that have been around for a little bit longer, including Voyage Warrior, a 6-year-old now, but a 5-time winner. 4 of them down the straight at Sha Tin. Silver Fig drops in class, run up on the all-weather last time out. Campione won on the all-weather last time out. He's on a hat-trick. He'd won on the turf at Sha Tin the start before that. We've got Explosive Witness, gets back, flashes home. He did behind Stoltz last time. Lucky With You beat Cordyceps 6, who goes round in that group race on the weekend, the Sha Tin Vars. McLucky second up from a long spell. And Eason is another horse on a hat-trick. He comes up in class. So, really strong lineup here for our final event of the night. Good, we're saying, Tom, in the early stages here. Speed-wise, though, where are we looking?
It looks like there'll be no shortage of pace in this race, Paul. We saw Campione blaze across from barrier 12 on the all-weather last time out, but we do know that Eason has got pace, and he was 4 wide, no cover into his first turn last assignment. Eason, Lucky With You looks like he should get a good run in the box seat, and then you've got Voyage Warrior and the runner. Where do they sort of end up?
Yeah, they're going to end up a bit wide, I think. The runner has been wide on a few occasions at Happy Valley. I think what's going to happen with this pace on, it's going to suit horses at the back, in particular a horse like Explosive Witness, who has got a really good finish. And Scores of Fun's coming in a bit fresh as well. Highly Proactive. Now, it's where he's going to end up as well. If he doesn't tuck in, he could end up out by the road there, really wide. So I think he'll be looking for some cover.
OK, all right, but the pace should be on from the start, and it's possibly Campione be leading and maybe Lucky With You tucked right in behind. Let's talk tactics and other things with the trainer of Lucky With You, David Hayes.
David, Lucky With You lining up at Happy Valley for the first time. How satisfying was it to see him bounce back, beating a pretty handy field at Sha Tin last start?
Yeah, I thought he beat a good horse, and it was a really good win, and he seems to have trained on well, so I'm hoping for a good run.
He's won twice earlier in the season over the 1200 metres, and you sort of stretch him out to 14 and 1600 metres for the 4-year-old series. Do you think 1200 is his best trip, or will he stretch out further?
Oh, he'll run. You know, he ran second to the Derby winner at 1400 at his attempt, and then he was ridden a little bit upside down in the big classic mile. If you ride him quietly for the first 400, I think he'll run a mile, but we'll try that next season. But I know he runs a good 1200. There'll be plenty of speed, and he'll be hopefully the horse joining in late.
He's strolled at Happy Valley in the past, going back to April of last year. Is it important to give a horse a trip to the valley so they sort of get an initiation of the place?
Look, I don't think it hurts. And we gave him a quiet trial that day, but he handled it very well. So I don't think the valley will be any problem to him.
He's ended up in barrier 2. Do you sort of see him box seating for this race potentially?
He might be box seat, might be one back from box seat, but he won't be too far away. With that barrier, he should get a good run.
It's basically his second season here in Hong Kong, but his first sort of full season. He's a 4-year-old. Do you think he's got Class 1 ability, this horse?
Yeah, I do. I think next season he'll get there. Look, he's been racing now for he started his racing about a year ago, so I think he's just going to get more season for next year.
High praise then from David Hayes talking about Lucky With You. We can talk about him as we have a look at this replay again. You just saw in the interview there where Tom was speaking. Here is Lucky With You, Paul, as we pick it up on the bend. The other horses to look out for, of course, as well. Keep You Warm is a little bit further forwards, and the runner who'd be much happier back at Happy Valley as well. But this is a good performance considering, as I mentioned previously, Paul, that Cordyceps 6-1 at the back runs on the weekend in a group race.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Cordyceps 6 was favourite for this race as well. Now, they did go back. He'd been sitting on the pace most of the time, this horse, but he went back. He showed that he's quite a versatile horse. He got out in the clear and he had a really good turn of foot as well. So it was a nice win from him. As David said, he's going to be probably a little bit closer, but at the Valley, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think it is as well, and there's nothing wrong with that he can take a sit as well, but with barrier number 3, he's going to get, I think, a perfect run through it. He had a bit in hand there, I thought, over the final stages as well. You could see Karras just easing up on him very late in the race there.
All right, well, this might be the horse, Tom, that's leading them along in the early stages. Campione, 4th on debut, then 1 on the turf, and Tony Cruz then switched him to the all-weather. He made all here under Matthew Poon.
Yeah, so he's showing he's pretty versatile so far, this horse, and off his trials before his debut run, we hadn't seen a great deal to sort of suggest that he was going to come out and run a decent race first up and then improve and win again twice. So he's been a bit of a rough diamond, Paul.
He's going really well, isn't he? And look, he hasn't run a bad race in Hong Kong. There's no question about that. The Valley, I think, will suit him too. He's a little speedster, and I think he'll get round the Valley no problem. So, look, he's definitely one of the main chances.
Yeah, he's drawn barrier 5. He drew 12 that day on the all-weather. He was 3 from 3 in Italy before arriving. Windstorm Black was his name there, Tom.
He was, look, 2 wins here from his 3 starts, and no reason to suggest what we've seen so far on the turf at Sharton and on the all-weather at Sharton that he can't take the Valley and set at a light.
All right, deep feel for this one though, as we can have a look at so many other runners. Voyage Warrior here fares best out of the group, finishing in 4th, but Explosive Witness, a big finish here. Poor Grateful Heart, we know, has got a super record here at the Valley. Scores of fun, not his best effort, but is capable of better. And McLucky, this is him first up from a spell, so he should improve.
Yeah, so look, he's been working well leading into it, McLucky. I just worry about Voyage Warrior, what run he's going to get with this pace from barrier 9. That concerns me, but of these ones, I do like Explosive Witness. I thought he finished off very strongly, and he should get the race run to suit. And he's a well-rated horse now, here at a rating of 91.
He hasn't won course and distance yet, Explosive Witness, but last time out, of that whole night at the Valley where sort of needed to be on the pace, he ran 22.03, which was the equal quickest of the night with the triple in one of the earlier races. So there was plenty to like about his run against the trend last start, Explosive Witness.
Yeah, and I thought Grateful Heart was making up some ground there as well. Eason, though, Tom, can't really knock his record too much either. He's up in class, though, Wednesday.
Yeah, up in class, lightweight, and he did a fair bit of work, what we don't see in this video here. That first turn, 4 wide, no cover via the football club, pressing on with it, got to the lead, and then pinched a little bit of a break here in the straight, Paul, and won pretty well in the end.
I thought he did. Look, he's up in grade, as you say, but he's coming in with the lightest weight, and he's going well at the moment. I think he's still got rating points in hand. He's only a 3-year-old as well. So, look, there's improvement there for him, for sure.
Yeah, this is a really strong race. There's no two ways about that. I'm sure the market reflects that. Yeah, 5.4 favourite, Paul, Explosive Witness.
Yeah, look, I agree. And I have got Explosive Witness in, but just on a place line here, I'm going to go with the 4 Campione. I just think he'll be in front out of trouble. That's the key. Eason, look, he meets him better at the weights, though, Eason, and he's a young up-and-coming horse. Lucky With You coming to the Valley, I think he's going to race well, and then Explosive Witness should get the race run to suit. So thriller in the last, 4:11.76.
I'm going to settle with Explosive Witness in the end. There was a lot to like about his performance, I thought, last time out for Casper Founds, Alexi Bedell. Pace will be on. That'll suit him to run through the line strongly. Explosive Witness. Eason, Campione, very hard to leave those 2 out. And Lucky With You certainly goes in because he's going to be in the right place in the run also. 6, 11, 4 and 7.
I think it's a really strong race, but in particular, Campione and Lucky With You, I think they could turn out to be a couple of stars there. But super finish to the night.